This was a white young man with long hair or a ponytail, this would have never happened.
Hi lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strana. Thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, thank you so much for all the love and support. To those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, you guys are the real MVP. Thank you so much for all the love and support. So lovelies, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok, and I thought to share with you guys. A lot of guys and women actually, reacting to this video. And guys, I'm just gonna go straight to the video. I'll just, leave it there, and by the end of the video, I'll be leaving my own thoughts. Please share me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of it, and do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We are just here for educational purposes, so please share this video, subscribe, leave your thoughts, and let's get into it.
This self-proclaimed multimillionaire is boasting about having a black man cut his locks in order to work with him.
All right, imagine having dinner with me, 9-figure entrepreneur, 22 years old. And about 10 minutes ago, I told him I'm going to take him to dinner if he cuts his hair. This is what he looks like as well. And now I told him I'm going to coach him to do business for free. Now, if you want me to have a positive influence on your life, and by the way, comment in the bottom. Does he look better before and after? Like, comment, share. I want it. Make sure you share the link. Make sure you follow me. Go to my profile. Click on the Zoom as well. Ahmed, you're 22 years old. We're about to do some deals together. What are you thinking right now?
I'm excited. I'm happy.
Well, this is what happens. Short-term sacrifice, long-term benefits as well.
I'm just trying to understand what his hair had to do with anything. Why did he have to cut his hair in order to do business with you? Why do you think that locks are not respectable in order for business? Y'all go check out his comment section and you'll see the absolute racism that this man has, in my opinion.
This was a white young man with long hair or a ponytail, this would have never happened. His hair would have never even been a topic of discussion. But unfortunately, ethnic hairstyles are deemed to be unprofessional, which doesn't make any sense to me. If you just stop right now, stop this video and go Google unprofessional hairstyles and then Google professional hairstyles, what you see will be astonishing. He was basing his entire decision to work with this gentleman based on his opinion of his hair. Now, if you saw, he had a suit on, suit was clean, tie was pressed, he looked very professional. There was nothing unprofessional about his look. That was just simply his opinion. And honestly, I would never do business with this guy. This guy is completely out of his mind if he thinks that this is cool or this is okay. This was about control. This was just so deep and so dark and so systemic to me when I saw this. And the young man, you could tell he didn't even feel comfortable. And you could tell by his response, he thought it was ridiculous. But yeah, this whole thing to me, like I said, I was just at a loss for words when I saw this. But I want to know everyone's thoughts. So please comment and let me know how you feel about this video.
Okay, I am asking that anyone that want to make a comment, let's be respectful. This is a good conversation. But anyway, I believe this is a billionaire, millionaire. Either way, he got money, and he wants to take this young man under his wings and to take him out to dinner. And to do so, he needed to cut his hair. And so he's asking social media, what do we think? Along with some other stuff, but what do we think? So I wanted to answer it this way. First of all, let me say this. I personally, I'm not even a fan of the locks, and I think I'm pronouncing it right. But I do feel like he looked better with the locks. Okay, I really feel like he looked better with the locks. But I'm also old enough and wise enough to know, and I'm trying to be careful how to use the word or the term, so don't be offended. I do understand, number one, I'm not in your tax bracket. Number two, you all may tend to look at our hair a certain way. Now, if he grew his hair based off of looks and, that was a style to him, I get it. Get rid of the hair. Listen, do what you need to do to level up. Now, what you may not think about is if he grew his hair off of religion, off of his heritage, maybe his family has it. If it was something more than looks, then unfortunately, I think it was sad that he had to cut his hair for you to take him under your wing. Now, I also old enough and wise enough to know that most times when you go and look for a job, or if you leveling up, or you need to rub elbows with people, if you're trying to be at a financial status, we're going to run into you first. Most of the time, you're the one that's behind the desk. You're most of the time, not all the time. So my people, do not come at me. Trust me, I know we out there, but he may have to rub elbows with people that look like you. No offense. Okay, so with that being said, yeah, he could go ahead, do what he needs to do, level up, and then go back and grow his hair. But I just also feel like it's sad because the way you were brought up, the people that was around you, men or women, were allowed to grow their hair, put it in a ponytail, do whatever, and it was acceptable. But for some reason, people that look like you, when you see that on our young man, it comes off in a negative way. And I think it could have been more of a learning experience when you introduce him to your friends, that you can see him besides his hair. You could see who he is, his intelligence, his drive, and maybe use that as a teaching thing. But I understand your people may not want to be taught either. Anyway, listen, I was trying to be respectful, so I might say your people, my people, it is what it is. But no, I do think he looked better with his hair the way it is. I hate that he had to cut his hair for you to mentor him, but at the same time, I would not call him a sellout, because under your post, some people say he's sold out. I would not call him a sellout, because you have to do what you have to do to make it to another level. If your hair has to go, it has to go. Once you make it to a level that you're comfortable with, then you could go back and regrow your hair. But do he look better? Nah, I think he looked better with the hair. Just my opinion.
Minutes ago.
This video made me really emotional. Like, hold on. Like, literally, I feel like I want to drop a tear or two. 22 years old. Beautiful hair. Ambitious. And you find someone that tells you, in order to get into this room, in order to be in the space of people of this financial stature, of this level of success, what you have to do first is to cut your hair. 22 years old. I can't even. I'm hurting. Also, in the picture, he has on the same suit and tie. He is who he is regardless of his hair. I hate.
Dear black people, if you are ever in a position where in order for you to do business or get ahead in a business with a white person who is over said business, over said opportunity, just know that if you started off by having to if they're asking you to sacrifice or alter something about yourself in order for them to want to do business with you, it's a recipe for disaster every time, because that means that each and every time that you want to advance or get ahead, you got to sacrifice a little bit more of yourself. You have to alter a little bit more of yourself just to get ahead. That's not the way you want to go. Like, let's take this situation for example. In order for him to sit and have dinner with this white man who owns a business or has a 9-figure business, whatever the fuck he was talking about, he had to cut his hair. And I guarantee you, if I press this white man about why he just felt so strongly about this man cutting his hair, the reasoning behind it is gonna be problematic. Like, there's just no other way to put it. There was nothing about his hair as it was that would have hindered them from doing business. I promise you. And I promise you, he wouldn't have asked some white boy with shoulder length hair to cut his hair in order for them to sit down and have dinner and do whatever the fuck business that they was trying to do. I promise you he wouldn't. And it triggers me because I'm an older millennial, and like, you know, one of the things that people try to always beat into our heads is that if we wanted to get ahead in life, we got to make certain sacrifices when going into like corporate America and the private sector. Like, and then oftentimes when we get into these spaces and we're in the orientations and we're just navigating the atmosphere, we notice that our white counterparts are not asked to do nearly half the things that we're asked to do. Like, I guarantee you, whatever business plannings, opportunities, whatever situation this was supposed to be, I guarantee you he could have did that with all of his hair intact. And we really gotta stand on business when it comes to these type of things, because like I said, today it's his hair, tomorrow is something else, then the next time you're going to be asked to, you know, do something or make a decision that once again flies in direct opposition to your personal beliefs or your just who you are as a person. It's a trap. It's a slippery slope, and there's nothing that this white man could say to try to explain it away. Like, him asking this black man to cut his hair is very much racist. I'm just gonna say it. It's racist. It's problematic as fuck. And it has nothing to do with whatever business they talk about. The only time you need to be worried about cutting your hair or keeping is if you're operating some kind of machinery where if you fuck around and get your hair caught up in it, it's curtains for you. Other than that, girl, bye.
It's moments in time like this where I just feel sick to death about being an envelopian. There is so much wrong with this. Like, if you were truly going to be a positive influence on this man's life, why wouldn't you just let him be him and show him that doesn't matter? I mean, nobody told you I just can't. Like, I'm sorry. On behalf of all decent envelopians, I'm sorry.
Nope. You might as well just call him master. Like, where his people at? Like, I'm mad as hell that your daddy let you do that. Come on, man.
Like, seriously, lovelies, I do not think that there is anything wrong with the hairstyle. So apparently this 22-year-old guy, you know, met with a multi-billionaire or multi-millionaire white man that decided that, okay, I want to do something with you, I want to do business with you. He actually said that he earns either 4 figures or 5 figures because he is a self-proclaimed, you know, multi-millionaire. So he decided that he wants to have or do a business with a young, you know, black 22-year-old guy. And in the course of the business, and they want to have a business, maybe a business launch to, you know, talk about business while having lunch and all of this. He decided that before you come for a dinner for a lunch with me, you will have to cut off your locks. Locks. Do you see how long that locks is? Like seriously. Do you know one thing? The only thing I'm just even like concerned is the years. I know I am a natural hair, you know, advocate. Like, I wear natural hair. I want to like take care of my natural hair to be able to grow my natural hair. So I know what it takes for someone to have such long locks, for someone to grow such long hair. Like, do you know how many years it takes for one to actually grow such locks? The money he's been spending to take care of such locks, the energy, the energy he puts in growing his hair. I know what, you know, growing at least 16 inches of hair, you know, means. Talk more of someone that has such long hair. So all because you feel that, okay, I am in a better position to, you know, maybe better his life, I will have to tell him to cut off his hair. Like, You are making this guy, do what he actually do not want to do, or because you feel that you are in a position to help him, and you made him to like maybe cut off something that he's so cherished. Probably that is one thing that actually gives him confidence. A lot of people does things that makes them feel confidence, that actually gives their own identity, that makes them, okay, this is who I am, this is what I am. And because you feel that you are in a position, a better one, and you want to intimidate it because of the rate at which a lot of people want to survive. Yeah, some people who just want to go to some extent because they want to survive. They see you as this young guy probably see you as a savior, as a white savior, and you want to use that influence to actually make him to cut off his lungs, the lungs that he's been growing for years is so long. Do you see how he was actually looking in his attire, the attire where he put on the suit with the locks? He actually looked okay. He actually looked presentable, but all because you feel that, okay, to me this is not a representative of what I actually want to impact in his life. He needs to first of all cut off his hair. You have not even given him the job yet. You've not even gotten him the contract or whatsoever you want to do. You already make him to cut off his hair because you want him to come for a business lunch with you, just a business lunch. Then what if after maybe you must have cut everything and you ended up not giving him what you actually promised? So what's the essence of actually telling him to remove what has been there almost half of his life, and you are asking for people's opinion after you must have made this young 25 or 22-year-old boy to actually remove what he most cherish? Because if he do not cherish that hair, he won't leave that hair to such extent. It takes someone that actually cherish whatever they have in their body to live such kind of long hair. I'm just talking in the perspective of someone that actually loves to grow a natural hair. I know the energy most people put on growing a natural hair. I know the desire that everyone, like so many people, want to grow a natural afro, natural dreads. Like, do you know how it feels? Then you made him to cut it off, or because you presented yourself to be a savior in his life, and for him to meet up with your demands, you actually need to tell him cut it off. Now I can emphasize, I want to bring more light on what actually happens in school, where some people of my own type will be told to cut up their hair, or to do their hair some certain way, whereby the other people can actually wear their hair the way they want to wear their hair. Like, this is just exactly what happens during, even in the schools. Some kind of people are allowed to wear their hair, while some are asked to cut it off, or while some are asked to do it in a sort of way in order for you to be comfortable, or in order for them to be in a particular place, positions, jobs and all of that. Like, what is all this? Now you have brought your white savior thing into this young 22-year-old, and you are requesting him to cut off what he has cherished in order for you to bring a positive impact into his life. And you wouldn't blame this, but a lot of people were like, okay, it is the guy's decision. Maybe he did it out of what? Because I actually went through comments. Some people were like, living that the guy is so big enough or matured enough to actually make decisions on his own, that an adult shouldn't be told what to do. But in this situation, I see a guy that is struggling, a guy that actually wants to make ends meet. Then he decided to meet what they term the savior. So he will have to even displace himself or go to some kind of extent for him to actually get what to put on his table. A lot of people of my own type that I wouldn't blame the boy, because a lot of people of my own type we are struggling, especially the male version. They are just trying to survive, struggling to get to the top, so they can actually go to some extent to actually, get what they want. But these people, because they know the way they have subjected, the way they have, the way they have actually make the system to work against some kind of people or some certain kind of people, so they can use any strategy to get you to do whatever they want you to do. They can use any strategy, they can use job, they can use school, they can use anything to get you to do whatever they want to do. Let's just turn the table around and assume that this person that he asked to cut off his hand, all of that, is actually someone of his own type. Let's just assume that it was a white guy with a long hair, ponytails and all of that. Will he ask him to actually cut off his hair because he want him to look in a certain way or professional way before he can get a job or even come for a lunch with him? Like, a lot of people in his comment section, some people like, oh my god, yeah, you need to look professional. But I'm just asking, if this person was to be a pan-colored person and he was asked to come to a lunch, after maybe packing his hair and put it on suit and all of that, this guy will have to tell him to cut off his hair because you want to come for a business lunch date with me, so you have to like look professional by cutting your long silky hair. It's not possible. But because these people has to do it, just tell them whatever you want to tell them to do. They are meant for that. They are meant to keep on doing whatsoever you want to do to them. And he's using, the influence of, I want to level up your life. I mean, 4-figure or whatever, in millionaire, and we don't even know about this billionaire. Seriously. Like, when I saw this video, a lot of things were just going through my mind. I was like, what is actually wrong with the hair? The guy actually looks good on his hair. We shouldn't allow these people to dictate the way we want to live our life, because we don't actually dictate to them the way they want to live their life and all of that. So why would they do the same thing to us? I actually had an update, or I have an update on this particular thing, which I think I need to put it up. The guy was like, he do not even know that something like this is in existence. He don't know that he don't even know what is, what's it called, TikTok. So for somebody like that to not even know what TikTok is all about, now he's acting so surprised that he don't even know that this stuff is actually up here. But you went ahead because you want to, put it on your platform, and like, I asked a young 22-year-old to cut off his hair if you want to better his life. Like, what does his hair has to do with bettering his life? That is locks, for God's sake. I don't wear locks, but I really appreciate people that does. It looks so good on them. Like, there are some guys where they put locks, but women, the way they take care of it, treat it, maintain it, oh my god, it looks so perfect. But someone is just trying to make this person to cut it, or something that you'll be growing all your life, almost half of your life. This is so funny, seriously, and it's so like, this is something that actually makes me to think a lot of it. Anyway, everybody have his or her own opinion. I do not know what you guys think about this, but for me, I think that someone should be able to, even if in terms of this, should be able to do something that you like. You shouldn't be forced to put up or put out things because you think you want to better this person's life. It should be a decision of that person, because you don't even know what prompts that. Seriously. Anyways, lovelies, why not just leave your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video, and do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We are just here for educational purposes, so please share this video, subscribe if you're yet to do that, and I will see you lovelies when I upload the next one.
Leave me your own sense in the comment section of what you think of this video, and do not forget that we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We're just here for educational, informative purposes, guys. Please share this video, subscribe if you're yet to do that, and I will see you lovelies when I upload my next one.